At Love Without Boundaries, we believe every child deserves a chance. Founded in 2003 by a group of adopted parents who came together to help save the life of one tiny little boy in China, Love Without Boundaries has grown into an organization that provides life-changing care to over 1,000 abandoned children each year. Many children growing up in institutions get very little stimulation, which can cause both emotional and educational delays. LWB's Believe in Me schools are built inside orphanages and open the door to the joy of learning. The attention and individual care each child receives allows them to bloom. Exercising the body is as important as exercising the mind, and every day the children gather together and play in the courtyard. There's also some singing and dancing. Little Meow is 8 years old and suffers from a heart condition. While she actively joins her classmates in dancing, she's tiny for her age, a gentle child whose blue hands are an indication of her need for medical attention. Love Without Boundaries provides surgeries and treatments for children like Meow, those who deserve a second chance at a better life. Most children growing up in rural institutions struggle nutritionally. Recognizing that children who are hungry have trouble reaching their full potential, we've undertaken a new program to make sure they get the nutrition they need. Staff members make weekly trips to the supermarket for high-protein foods like eggs and yogurt, handing out the healthy treats in class. Once they reach school age, many of the children in our orphanage programs will transition to local public schools. Across the Middle Kingdom, parents gather outside the gates to pick up their children at the end of the school day, and when the bell sounds, hundreds of rambunctious students come rushing out. Some hopping in waiting cars and others climbing onto the back of bicycles and mopeds to head home. The orphanage children board a bus for the ride back to the Social Welfare Institute. They have no parents to greet them, and yet they have each other. They are all family, bonded together by common experience. Some of these kids will never be adopted, but they are not forgotten.
So she chose a career.
Love Without Boundaries has developed programs to assist them with school and to encourage them towards higher education, giving them the best chance possible at a stable future. One of our most important missions aids some of the most vulnerable orphan children of all. The Anhui Healing Home is one of 4 healing centers that LWB runs in China and is devoted to caring exclusively for abandoned babies born with cleft lip and palate and other ailments that require surgery. The facility has 15 beds in a cozy, home-like environment where the children receive one-on-one care from trained staff. The alert eyes and bright smiles belie their often fragile conditions. Most of the children will stay at the healing house for 5 months, both prior to and after their life-changing surgeries. Feeding is done with special bottles, and each child gets individual hands-on attention, along with a helping foot that gently rocks them to sleep. Love Without Boundaries partners with the Anhui Children's Hospital to perform surgery. And upon rehabilitation, the babies transition into LWB-sponsored foster care programs. While we strive every day to help as many children as we can, there are always more needs to be met. Through your generosity, lives can truly be changed. Please help support Love Without Boundaries, because every child deserves a chance. Learn more at lovewithoutboundaries.com.